Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another great episode of Kyndra's Corner Comedic Edition. Man, I love these episodes because this is part of interesting news, random polls that I just think of, and I'm like, hey, you know what? This is great. I need to be able to have other great comedians to so we can vibe out on these episodes and give their thoughts and their own experiences going along with it. Before I go ahead and bring some guests on, I need y'all to make sure y'all like, y'all comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell on because I don't need y'all missing any more of these great episodes and these wonderful comedians. The very first person I'm going to bring to the stage, he once had sex with a Haitian woman raw. The next day, he started hearing animals talk. Ryan, are you okay now? How are you feeling now?
We're shooting Dr. Dolittle 5 this summer. We shot the first 3 sequels over the winter, but I'm looking forward to more movies and more money.
Thank you so much, Ryan, for coming, man. It's always a pleasure. Let me bring the next person. This man knew that he was really in love with his last woman when she smelled like a kangaroo's pouch, but he was still laid up cuddling with her. John Coleman, man, that's
Hey,
love.
that is love. If you can smell somebody's dirty ass drawers and find out where that stench is coming from, you can get past anything.
Let me ask before I go to the interesting news. John, let me start off with you. The very first time like that you remember, or the last time that you was really in love with a woman, you like, man, you thought about it after y'all broke up. You like, man, I can't believe I did all this. And that was real love. What was that time for you? Or maybe not the last one, or just a woman that you really loved, and you say, you know what, I will never do that again.
Well, I have a saying, love and depression can't hit a moving target. So I stood still a little bit too long and let a lady kiss on my neck one too many times. That's really where you mess up right there. And I basically made sure that her nieces and nephews never went without. So they had school clothes, they had books. If they was hungry, and I'm not balling. I just work way too much, and I'm so stupid. So I just want you to understand. Don't let them ladies hug and kiss on you too much, fellas. You got to keep pushing.
What about what about you, Ryan? What would you say when you knew you really loved a woman, then you like relationship ended? You say, yeah, I'm never doing that again. Like I really got played, and like or whatever it might be.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me again, I guess. Because, like, I don't know, yeah, I keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and I'm going to make them again. And I know, probably another 5 years of making mistakes before I find somebody or something. But, yeah, it's just like you just got to keep trying, And it's just like, I think the hardest part for me is the dismount, just like in comedy. You just like, uh, you think you find something that you like, and then you're just stuck at. You're like, man, how do I get out of this relationship? You almost like want to dive bomb it and let her break up with you, and you're like, I don't feel like, I don't feel like doing this. But most of the time, I'm just like straight up with them. I'm like, cut them off. I'm like, this isn't working.
Love it, love it, love it. Well, let me go ahead. I'm gonna start off with John. Sit with the interesting news. So this is a true story. So Ohio sanitation worker found a wanted suspect hiding in a trash can after he fled a traffic stop. So dash cam footage showed the man popping out of the bin and taking off running before the officers chased him down. What are your thoughts on that, John?
Man, I saw this last week, bro. And my first thought was stop snitching because they seen old boy and they was like, "Oh, he over there." And then I remembered we're civilians. I don't have to do what the streets say we got to do. I can snitch all I want. I'm not going to prison. I have been an upstanding citizen all my life, which just means I'm better at crime than the rest of you. Uh, that's all. That's all. I've never been caught, and when I got caught, I got out of it. So do better.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ryan. What would you say following up behind John?
Nothing. Nothing's funnier to me than when exactly right. Just do better. I mean, like, when I'm on the side of like when I see a criminal get away with something and it's like a crime that's like recently in Philly, somebody robbed a Brinks truck and got away with it. I was like, nice work. Nobody got hurt. They stole $2 million somehow. I think they're still on the run, from what I think. Which I'm like, and then I was saying to my friend, I was like, man, isn't that awesome? He's like, yeah, man, but like everything's gonna go up now, like our tax dollars and stuff. I was like, dude, like, come on, man, like stuff's happening all the time. I felt like, you know, uh, definitely this the snitching on the guy in the trash can. That's one thing, but like I'm like more annoyed by like people that are telling me like, oh, our taxes are gonna go up because somebody committed a crime. It's like, all right, dude, I'd like to see the direct correlation of that happening because of that. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's charts out there, but again, I don't know. But
I'm trying to figure out the direct correlation with that as well, because I don't see how that is. I remember there was a back, I think, I don't know how many years back, probably close to 10 years ago, we had a Brinks truck had exploded. And now it just happened to be in the wealthy part of town in my city, right? Just happened to be. Not in the hood where I am, because I needed doggone it. Like, what's going on with that, right? So anyway, like, bro, I'm tired of shaking, trying to clap it for daddy. It's not working. I need a come up that, like, this, right? So...
See, it's funny. Like, what would you guys do in the situation? Did you hear about the one kid who, with the ATM, he was walking by an ATM and he found a bag of like $187,000 just next to the ATM. The Brinks truck guy forgot to put it in the truck and he drove off. The kid turned the money in, and they gave him like $100 reward or something.
So yeah, so when I had this conversation with one of my girlfriends, she was saying you do realize that money is still tracked. So, either A, you go turn it in now, or because they do that, I think they purposely do that. They got to, have that paper trail. So in case stuff like that happens. And I'm like, guys, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, just, where's the blessing? I don't know. I have a friend of mine. She said, oh, I definitely would turn the money in, like that's something that, God will want me to do. And I'm like, but what if this was your come up? Leave the country. And then that's about it. Change your name. Do like Tupac, okay? Be a different person. All right. Yeah. That's it.
I think that's my first move, is to get the hell out of the country. I mean, 170,000. Yeah, I'm sure people are going to be like, that's not enough money. But like, depends on what you do with the money. I mean, like, you got to get out of there quick.
It is enough money in Bali.
See,
I've been learning where these American dollars still spend. You go to Bali for a little bit, start a couple businesses, become the king for a few years, and then you start your own cartel, right? Hear me out. You get down with Chapo and his people, whoever's still running that, and then you just start and funnel the money, and you can come back and I don't know what happened. I went on vacation.
The toughest part would be getting the money out of the country. That would be your biggest problem. You'd be like, how do I, like, because like, I think they get weird when you start flying over $10,000 or something. But I mean, like, I don't know. I just like, I don't know about that either, because it's like I flew with a bunch of edibles one time and I was like, you're telling me you can't get $10,000 through? It's like, I got a bag of edibles through.
How much is a PJ? That's the better question.
Speaking of edibles, I remember this. I said, I'm just going to try. You know how we all have those, and this is, kind of coming up on, a random poll. We all have those moments where we're like, you know what? I might be taking penitentiary chances, but I'm just going to do it. You only live once, right? So I was flying. I think it was Vegas. And or some one of those states that had like a dispensary. So anyway, it was Cali. That's where it was. I was in Cali, and I brought too many pre-rolls. Right now, mind you, I'm like a baby smoker. Okay, so I hit a couple times and I'm going to sleep. Right, so I had a couple extra pre-rolls. I'm like, look, I don't want to throw this away, and I had found a way to like stuff it in my sock and then place it in this like empty water bottle. Place on not on my carry-on, of course, your other luggage that just flies with you. And so I was able to fly it across states, and I did it, and I felt like, bro, I did it. This was like I was man, and I said, I'm never doing that again. That was like the scariest moment of my life, because you don't want to get in trouble with in that realm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my biggest, I mean, it's funny because like in the same realm of that, I've done the same thing, and it's like I think it was a one and done for me. I'll probably never do it again, but it was I was out of San Diego, and I flew back with like weed and edibles, and like my whole logic was like, one, I took a lot of edibles going into the airport, so I was like already not in the right state of mind. I'm like, yeah, like I was like, that's what my whole thing will be, is I'll just be like, dude, I was on edibles. It's my fault,
Yeah.
And I'm sure that would have went well with cops. They would have been like, yeah, dude, you're going to jail. Like, what are you doing? And but anyway, so my second line of defense was I got into the airport there and I didn't see any signs that said like, don't fly with any of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the packaging itself, I didn't see anything on the packaging that said like, do not transport across state line. Like Jersey says that on the packaging. They're like, do not take this to Pennsylvania. I'm like, right. Definitely taking it to Pennsylvania. But but it's just like funny because you're flying from so I flew back with it all, and I was just in there and I was just like, I can't believe I like got back with all that stuff. And I was just like, that was, I think it was a crazy risk, but it also was like, I don't know. Was it that crazy of a risk? I think the guy sitting next to me was flying back with more because he got off the plane with like a large Pelican case that was like zip tied. I mean, it looked shady. Like if I was in the department of checking packages or suitcases, that would have been the first one I checked. Like I'd have been like, yo guys, like there could be a body in there. We should definitely open that.
Huh.
John, let me ask you, without incriminating yourself, or you can plead the fifth, what was something that you or someone you knew did that you were like, bro, you better not ever do that again? Like they literally got away with it because like the Lord was on their side that day.
We have a friend, his name is Juan, not to be confused with John, but Juan flew back with a unnecessary amount of edibles, vape pens, marijuana vape pens, and pre-rolls, because they told him when he left that he could take however many he wanted, and there would be no issue, not citing that there was like a limit. So TSA emptied out, let me say, like a cigar case worth of pre-rolls. It was still over the limit. They just got tired. They were like, just go. And I said, bro, you should be in in the penitentiary right now. But thank you for making this delivery. I will not be paying you the full price because you lost half the product.
Well, let me
up in smoke, huh?
Yeah.
Let me go ahead with the random poll. Ryan, I'll come to you. What's the dumbest thing that you or someone you know did while they panicked?
I mean, that morning in that airport where I was moving the edibles back, I mean, I was so you know how everybody's like, I gotta get to the airport 9 hours before my flight or else I'm gonna miss it. I'm one of those people because like, you know, it's like I gotta get there. I don't want to miss it. So I was like, yeah, let me walk around San Diego, I guess. I'll check out of my hotel, walk around San Diego for an hour, and then I'll go to the airport. It was like 90 degrees, so I'm like dying, sweating, rolling my suitcase around. I get to the airport, and then I was like, all right, like, let me get my suitcase ready. And I pick my suitcase up, and I go into my bag to pull out my passport, and I reach my hand in. One of the edible bags I had bust open. It was like gummies, and they like melted all over everything in my bag. So like my bag, like I put my hand out, it was like covered in like this like weed oil. Just like covered, my hand was just covered in oil. Just like I'm in the airport. It's just like I'm like looking around. I'm like, holy fuck! Like I was like, it smells like weed now. I was like, everything's covered in weed. I was like, this is not good. And then I was just like, yeah, I hope I don't see like a dog anywhere because like this dog's like nuts. And so then I'm just looking crazy because I ate a bunch of these gummies. I was like, dude, I paid for these. So I was like eating the ones that looked okay. So I'm like eating these things out of my bag, my hands covered in oil. And then I'm like standing there and I was like, dude, I have to like wash my hands, but like I couldn't get into the bathroom yet because it was on the other side of security. So I was like, so I went into the gift shop and bought like wet ones, and I was just like wiping everything down with wet wipes. And this lady walked by me and she was just like, and it was like a bug out too, because it's like a military airport. So it's like Marines, but there's like Marines walking around, and it's like clothing. So you're like, yeah, are they looking for like drugs or like what's going on here? And then so you're just like freaking out in the airport, and this old lady walks by me and she's like, yeah, that's what it's like being a parent, ain't it? And I was just like, yeah, like my kid. Yeah, because she had thought like I guess I had kids. I was like, man, this is like the second time I've been confused for just like having a kid for a mistake I've made. I'm like, nothing's worse than that. This lady, I was like, yeah, I'm like, damn kids, you know. Like, yeah, Oh yeah, these kids are out of control. Meanwhile, it's just me.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
John,
that was a funny flight.
John. Go ahead. What's the what would you say is the dumbest thing you or someone you know did while they panicked?
Uh, the dumbest thing I'll use me. I got enough jokes about my friends and how stupid they are. We'll save that for another stage day. We're me and a buddy are in New York for WrestleMania. What 2012? Yeah,
Mhm.
2012, New York. And we're walking around Times Square, and he looks like a tourist. My first thing rule is, we from the South. We know we friendly down here.
Mhm.
Up north, they rude, they mean. It's more shocking than you believe once you get up there that they are so rude and cuss each other out just because it's morning. Fuck you, it's good morning. That type of stuff. So we're walking, and we are still college students. We just started getting jobs, so we're on that back end, and
Yeah.
we see purple and gold, and we think it's Omega Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
We think,
Omega.
yeah, it's not. It's the Hebrew Israelites.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
It's not.
Oh.
Like Omegas from a distance. You walk up, they talking about we the real Jews, all that stuff, and every one of them except for one is at least 6 foot and above, 250 and above. So they're all versions of me at this time. So I'm just looking at a bunch of big dudes, and I got my 5'5", 185 pound, 200 pound homeboy with me, and we walking. He looking like a tourist, and I'm starting to freak out because I'm like, I don't know how to get out of the situation. And these boys say, "Hey man, take a pamphlet. You gonna come to the event tonight?" And I
Now
go,
you
"No,
you
thank
gonna
you, bro."
come?
Yeah, I say, "No, thank you, brother. We don't do nothing like that." And this giant Negro grabs me, and I get on my tiptoes, which is not very often. This happens unless I was on the football field, and I go, "I love you." It's just to make him let me go. He goes, "What?" I say, "All right, bro, book it," and we run. The problem is we're very very slow, and they caught us. I say, "Hey, bro, in all love, we don't need to do this." He say, "Brother, you gonna take this pamphlet, and I'm gonna see you tonight. Otherwise, we gonna stomp a hole in your ass." I go, "Yes, sir. Whatever you say." "That's right, brother. Now you be blessed." I have no choice.
Wait. Wait.
Yes, it's a lot. This is real.
No, I know. I feel like that's like the. Did you go to the show that night?
No, I didn't go to the show. He had no way of finding me.
I didn't know if they found you. You know, I don't know. Right? Because the Hebrew Israelites, man, that's a whole. Have you encountered a Hebrew Israelite before, like out there?
So you say that I like have to like Google even like what that is.
Don't worry about. Well, actually, look them up so you know what they kind of look like. Because if you don't know what Omega Sci-Fi Fraternity Incorporated looks
I
like,
know. Yeah, I've seen this. Yeah.
yeah, so it looks just like that except crazy.
This is like when I showed up to Black Panther and I was like, I'm not sure if I should be here or not, you know? There was like
I'm not never be
everybody
there.
was dressed up, man, like ready to roll. I was like, man, I'm
Yeah,
jealous.
yeah.
Hebrew Israelites, what are I don't know anything about them. Like, so is it like
Basically Hebrew. So here's the thing, right? Because I got a brother who's a Hebrew Israelite, and so but he when I sent him this skit by Drewski, and Drewski was talking about how Hebrew Israelites are, pretty much are in Atlanta or just in general. And so him and his wife were like, no, they didn't find it funny at all, right? They're like, those are fake Israelites. We love white people. We have white folks who come to our church because a lot of them just feel like, the white man is the devil, and that they're like, what they believe in the Bible, you're not keeping the commandments. And he said, he's like, you know what? The reason your life is not going the way it's supposed to go is because you're not keeping the commandments. And I'm like, well, it says in the Old Testament to honor thy mother and thy father, and thy life shall be longer. You haven't honored your parents at all, sir. Our parents you haven't honored. What about your life? Is it getting any better? It's not getting any better, is it?
Mm.
So that basically they preach just this doctrine. It's a lot of it is really more so in lack of better words, a cult, right? No, so no offense, but offense, I guess, to y'all, whatever. But that's what it is. They literally it's just bad. I think a lot of times when people
this makes your story a lot more terrifying now.
They are usually very large black men. Most of them are bald. Every time I've ever ran into them, they're usually bald or very low cut fade, but they have muscles like they work construction. But they're always out there with pamphlets and whatnot, bro. So,
and megaphone too,
yep.
with a megaphone and stuff. And so they and like I said, it's that again, you could do a little bit more research about them, but I tell you, you come out here to my city, they'll be speaking about that. There was a pastor a few months back. His name is Philip Anthony Mitchell. He is owner 2819 Church, and so he's here just preaching like what God, what is really in the Bible. But people were outside of the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The Israelites were outside protesting that this man's a liar. He's a false teacher. Da, da, da. So just imagine Ryan, right? You're sitting here spreading the word of God correctly, right? And then you have like the whole town of like, y'all remember that episode of SpongeBob where I think it was like Plankton and had his whole family show up and they swarmed all of like pretty much the Krusty Krab. Imagine you are basically Mr. Krab and then you have these you're preaching the word. You have all these Israelites swarmed all around you outside. They're false doctrine. Like, what would you do in that situation?
I honestly don't even know. So from you said they hate white people?
Basically, they feel like the white.
I was gonna say, I feel like I could hang out, have a beer with one, and be like, "Yo, man, like
one, yes. If they catch you with him, he got to turn on you. You could be buddies at work, but the moment they catch you outside, he gonna sock you in the face, bro. You're just gonna have to take that one.
Damn.
So
yeah, I make him I could make some filet mignon that'll knock the socks off. I promise. I cook all the steak. We just have some steak together. We could change everything.
Listen, you know what, Ryan? Listen, it's. I'm telling you, you're gonna realize, like, bro, these people, they're scary, right? So
they would never give me a pamphlet, though.
They might just to see if you would come, bro.
They might.
They might. So let me. So as far as my answer to the random poll, the dumbest thing that I remember, so I'm gonna use my brother, because I'm sure I'll think of something, and it'll just come at the like the most random time. So my brother at this one particular time, he was did a bunch of felonious activities. This particular one that actually sent him to prison for a few years, he was with him and two other guys. They thought it was a good idea to basically do like not even like I wouldn't say home invasion, but like on the lower level of home invasion. They went across the street. Like we had our neighborhood. They went to the neighborhood across the way, right, at nighttime. And so they're like, okay, we're going to go ahead and get this money. And I think it probably came up to like $300, right? It's like, bro, if you're going to sit here and do something like $100 a piece, you're risking your freedom for something like that. Like, come on now. Like, go back and start over. So
Debo and Stan and Ezel.
So basically what happened was my brother was a lookout guy. And so when I guess they knocked on the door, they decided to knock before entering, right? They're like, oh, let's just, we're gonna be polite, thugs in a way, right? They decided to knock before entering. And so the homeowner got the lights, turned on the lights, realized what was going on, decides to call the police, and the other person who was a part of this group, he was like, hey, tell my brother, listen, don't run, stay here, don't run. And so my brother just takes off like a cheetah, comes back to the house, acts like nothing, everything is cool. Of course, the next day, my house gets raided, right? Like, and so I kind of panic. When I saw like the guard dog, the police dog, I see all these random strange looking people like police, flashlight. I was going to sit there and try to hide out myself because I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, well, Kyndra, you didn't do nothing, right? So of course, once they called my name a couple times. But I would say that was like, just the dumbest thing that he did. Because I'm like, bro, you come on now. Like, you came back here. And of course, once the home got raided, they found everything that they needed to find. But I'm like, was it really that serious? Turns out, so after everybody gets out of prison, one of the other guys who initially had told him, hey, don't run, stay right here. He comes to my DM trying to shoot a shot at me. I'm like, sir, you have a newborn child. Aren't you married? What the? I never was interested in you back in high school. Like, come on. I don't understand that. Like,
I mean, you won't know unless you try.
you know what? I listen. I guess. But yeah, that's I would say just the dumbest thing. Like I say, while panicking, is what with my brother, Ryan. Go ahead. Let us know where they can find you on line. Shout out your socials. Any shows that you have up and coming. Go ahead.
I don't have much going on. I'm gonna be all over Philadelphia this summer, though. I'll tell you that. Look for my name, Ryan Rains, Ryan Resell. I'll be everywhere. Ryan Resell, that's the Instagram. I'll be on YouTube. Like and subscribe to my YouTube. We're on our way to 5K subscribers. I got 2K right now. I'd say we'll probably have about 5 by the time I die for sure. So that's a guarantee. I mean, that's the only guarantee I can make. By the time I die, I'll have at least 5K. But
tell us about your YouTube. What's your YouTube channel based about?
It's just solo jerking off. It's just me jerking off solo. It's me. It's me. I go to yard sales and I haggle with people. I buy their stuff they put on their front lawn, and then I put it on eBay and sell it for 10x what they thought they should have probably sold it for.
Love it. John, go ahead. Tell us where they can find you. Any business ventures, where all that type of stuff.
Titan Baking HTX on Instagram. John Cole Comedy on Instagram. For those of you in this live, for those of you that happen to click a link that I shared, because I follow Kyndra, she just won't know who it is till I comment. Hey, this is John. We have a show next Saturday. This is going to be one of the final shows I'm putting on. Me and my friends, Tiny Mike. It was originally scheduled for March, so this is the side piece showdown. Act like Valentine's Day just happened, but come out and have a fun time. We have a 2-for-1 special going on and a Mother's Day promo code MAMA, MOMMA. The promo code MAMA that will go until Tuesday, unless I forget, and y'all get a ticket for cheap. So rock with us. Also follow Merlot Music HTX on Instagram. Again, John Cole Comedy, because at some point next year, Lord say the same, I am taking my brother on some sort of tour to where we have our shows together, where you get jazz, comedy, and a couple church kids that just like to have fun, and we get to make fun of all the people that we grew up with.
Love it. Okay, well, definitely make sure you guys go ahead and support. Make sure, thank you to both of my guests for coming on and just sharing, the stories. That was, love both of y'all stories, man. It's always a great time. Always a great time. Make sure you guys please comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell on so you all are not missing any more of these great exclusive guests, these great exclusive interviews, these stories. With that being said, you all be blessed. You all be safe. We're out.